Hello YouTube, yep, it's me, same outfit, second video in a row. I did mention my last one I was going to do too. And this one is for things we're making Thursday. I decided I'm going to show both items here that I have beside me, just because I am. So, what is things we're making Thursday? It is a collab that started back at the beginning of 2023. And the ladies who started it picked out 12 free crochet patterns, and they decided we'll do one per month, show our progress on it, talk about material we used, if we changed size of the hook or had to alter it, to fit the person or whichever, to make it work for what they were trying to make out of it. I did not participate myself in 2023. I did follow along, but in 2024 they changed it up. I know in 2023, Erin over at Crafting Kitty, occasionally in her Things We're Making Thursday video, would share also a knitting version of something very similar to what they were making that month that was crocheted. There's also a Facebook group called Things We're Making Thursday. Anyone is more than welcome to join. You don't have to be in there for Things We're Making Thursday. You can just be in there to chat and show off whatever you're making, or if you've got questions about something, or, you saw a great deal on an item and you want to share it out there, by all means, go ahead and join. You do, however, have to answer a few questions. It is a private group, and the reason they did it that way was if, say, for example, I'm making something for Things We're Making Thursday, and it's going to be a gift for a family member, a friend, or something like that, and they watch my YouTube channel, and they also, are on my Facebook page, and I don't want them to, at the time, see the item until they get the item, I can always go in there and add my item. So, like I said, myself, I would go find patterns. Occasionally have knitted versions as well of something that looked very similar to what the project was for the month, and I would share it in Things We're Making Thursday group. So they decided for 2024 they were going to switch it up. And how they switched it up was they gave us a theme each month. This year's pretty much the same idea, but they don't really want you to follow a pattern. They kind of want you to design your own. So for the month of August, the theme is granny squares. Now, I didn't do granny squares, but I did do the granny stitch. So yeah, I kind of went off the beaten path right beside me, but I kind of veered off into the woods. So I was going to only show you guys one item originally that I originally had made for Things We're Making Thursday. And this item was only going to be for Things We're Making Thursday, and also to be entered into the Crochet Witch Great Cake Off. And like I said, I've done it with a granny stitch. I did kind of follow a pattern to start with, and then I had to go around bigger than what the pattern called for. And then when I was going to switch from the crown part of the hat to the body part of the hat, I did it in the back loop, so it kind of gave it a little ridge. Then I did do a round of single crochets around, and then did the granny stitch again just down the side, and then singles. Now the yarn I used, I meant to grab it and I forgot. I did show it off recently in a shopping video I did. This yarn is a bit on the thin side. It's a size 3 weight, but it reminds me of, unfortunately it's not the Burnett blanket, but unfortunately I don't remember the brand, but it's like a velvet yarn. That's what it reminded me of. And I made it because the one hat I normally wear when I go fishing, it's mostly at the brim of the hat, and then there's just the piece that goes around. And last time when I went fishing, or earlier this year when I went fishing, when I got that pretty good sunburn on my arms, I got a pretty good one on my head as well. Now, I don't know how well this hat will work for a fishing hat because of the material, but here you go. I made myself a bucket hat. It helps. It doesn't feel heavy or anything like that. As long as my hair is down, it kind of wears it good. Like I've tried wearing it with a hair clip. I've tried wearing it in a ponytail. Ponytail or a braid works okay. The hair clips that I use, which are these ones here, doesn't work so well in this hat. But I made this for the granny stitch, which is all in here, the top and on the sides. And it is done with a cake yarn. It's, yeah, I probably could have saw about trying to get a wire of some kind to put in it to make the brim not floppy. I like it. I think it's kind of cute. It's kind of quirky, kind of like the way I am. So there is that item. And originally that was going to be my only things we're making Thursday item until I got home from the trailer yesterday. And I already knew I was going to use this color. I wasn't going to show you this item till I did my finished object Friday item, which is going to be 2 weeks. And I decided, you know what? Nope, I'm going to show it now. I made this yesterday when I got home, actually, from the camper. Had it done like under an hour. So this item I made, I picked the color out for Nan's Crochet Ideas. She has in her videos right now, her make-alongs are like a stitch for stitch kind of item. And the 2 stitches this month, which is kind of funny, I think. It's like, oh my goodness, perfect, is the Drunken Granny Stitch, which I have made something with that recently. And I looked through my photo album on my Facebook, and I'm not sure what item it was I made with that. And then just a regular granny stitch. And I've actually made blankets, like doing the straight back and forth. So I thought I already kind of made both stitches. So I thought, well, I know I'm going to use this purple cotton yarn. And that is going to be for Judy's Creations in Crochet. I've got a cheat sheet here, by the way, if you're wondering. I can never remember the name of her channel. And with her channel, each month she gives us this year she's given us a picture of a butterfly. And we got to draw a color from the butterfly to make an item and send to her. So I thought this purple was perfect. It looks a lot like the purple in the butterfly. I just did the granny stitch back and forth. I kind of whipped up roughly how many chains I thought I wanted it to be for width-wise. And I just kind of went until I thought, don't think I should do another round. And I did 2 rounds of singles around the border. And there's a little washcloth. It's not very big. Should have probably gone at least 1 more row higher, but you know what? It's a good size. Like it fits. Okay, we're gonna stick kind of my fingers in there. It does pretty much my whole palm of my hand, like my whole hand. So like it's a good size for like a washcloth. So I thought it works. Now this cotton, had I done a more solid stitch, I think it would have worked great. It is a cotton. I think this cotton may have been 24/7 cotton. I think, maybe. I should have been smart and got down the bag. Oh well. So it could be, this cotton can be used in kitchen, but I think with how holey it is, it's not going to be the greatest for scrubbing. Although with the holes, it kind of gives it a bit more of a texture, so I don't know. I think this could work either in the kitchen or in the bathroom. What am I going to do with it? I have no idea. I do know I like this cotton better than the one cotton I used to buy from Walmart. It came in the big cakes. And it was Burnett Kitchen cotton, I believe. It was a 4-weight cotton, 100%. And thick, heavy. I find with that cotton, you get it wet. It doesn't matter how you hang it, drape it, whatever, to dry. I find it smells very musty and kind of moldy after a little bit. And Doesn't matter what you do, the dishcloth just stinks after a while. I don't like it. This is a little thinner cotton, and I think this will dry much better, like draped over your faucet, like your faucet or over your drain board or anything like that. This would definitely dry better. So yeah, didn't do granny squares, but I did a granny stitch, both just the regular granny stitch, one in the flat, one in the round. So technically I did 2 items for things for Make It Thursday. And like I said, both of them are going to get entered into Nan's crochet ideas. But only one's going to go into Judy's and one is going to go into which I can't remember the name of the channel now. The Crochet Witch. So I did do 2 items. Now I'm not going to make any more. Now just so you know, this took me about an hour. This took me about 2 hours to make. I wasn't quite sure on how I wanted to do it. And like I said, the pattern that this is going to be actually a triple dip. Sorry, this will be a triple, and I'll explain that in a second. The video I used to get it started, that's what made me think, this is going to be a triple dip item. Hopefully I'll remember to enter it. I didn't know how I was going to alter it because the yarn I'm using compared to the yarn, because I think she wants to use chunky yarn. I thought, that's going to be too hot for a summer bucket hat to be fishing in. So I thought, yeah, not doing that. But so I had to do alterations to figure out how I was going to do things. That's why this took a little longer. But the other dip this one's going to go into, like I said, it's going to be entered in 3 items. And the other one is for over at Erin, over at Crafting Kitty Creator Spotlight. Yes, she has taken a break for the summer months. I think with Bingo being in school this past year, it's kind of throwing her out of what's the word I'm trying to figure out here? Like she out of her routine. Like with having Bingo at home, she had kind of a set routine when she did different things, and now that Bingo's in school, it's almost like she's kind of flustered and doesn't know what to do with her time. And right now kids are out of school, they're going back to school in a couple of weeks. So she decided for the summer months she was going to take a break from the Crafting Kitty Creator Spotlight. She still does owe us a few winners videos. She will get those done as soon as she can. I think once the kids are back in school for a couple weeks and she gets September's actually up and going, like we've already been told who it is. If you've watched that video already, you know. I've already made all 3 of my items, by the way, for September. Not perfect. I can do it for this purpose or that purpose, and that's what I did. But I think once she gets that one up and actually running and does the actual video beginning of September, then she's going to, I think, over the month of September, work on getting the other creator spotlights like cut off and the videos done for them and announcements and all that stuff. So yes, she is behind. Life gets in the way. We all understand that, especially if you've got little ones or animals or, take vacations or your own health even for that matter. Things can happen. So she will be back to it. So yes, the hat will also be getting entered into Erin's over at Crafting Kitty Creator Spotlight for the month of September. Because with her challenge, you don't have to make it the month of. So all good. So anyways, guys, I'm going to cut the video off here. Oh, before I do, actually, sorry. I'm only making these 2 items. Originally, I'd only intended to make this item for Things to Make It Thursday. And then the dishcloth happened to fall in the stitch for the month. So I thought, perfect. I think my hubby's about to come out of the bedroom. Maybe. Yep, I think I hear our door. So anyway, so I ended up making 2 for this month. The end of the month, though, I am going to be showing another slideshow of other items I made that are actually granny squares. So it'll be all like blankets and stuff like that. Can't wait to see what you guys are all making and have fun with it. And I will talk to you guys all later. Bye for now.